Guys, my shop is finally open again. We got different art prints, some of them are hollow. We got handmade clay pins, and we got so many stickers. I have restocked a bunch of them that sold out the last time. I would be super happy if you'd like to check out my shop. I will have a link in the description box below. Thank you. Let's get on with the video. So let's open another Upcrate art supply box. This is number 24. There are like little text everywhere on the box. Like here we got art supplies inside, Upcrate. And then we got another one hidden here. We got tape. Oh, this is cute. Is this how I usually open the art supplies? I usually bring the art supplies out on the table, but never mind, let's switch things up today. I don't really think it matters too much. Interesting. Oh, we got some art supplies from Holland. Brain seal, maybe. Sounds like brain seal. 6 colors of fine liner / brush pens. Oh, I really like the color selection. Very earthy, autumny. So at one end we got a fine liner kind of nib. Other end we got a brush tip. Doesn't smell anything, so I assume they are water-based. Oh, good to know. These are gluten-free, so don't have to worry about that. Oh, we got so many pens and pencils, but let's start with the pencils. So we got the Koh-i-Noor Hardmat Polycolor pencils. Oh, let's arrange them in color order. So pretty. Well, close enough. And we got them in the color chromium, orange, pyrrole. What is pyrrole? Red, French pink, blush pink, mountain blue, and light olive green. And then we got a bunch of paint markers, it looks like, but this one looks a little different. This one kind of matches my shirt. Not really, but almost. This is a Graph Master acrylic paint marker. Oh, with a very thick chisel nib. Oh, and this one seems to be a spare nib. Well, I don't know if it is just me, but it smells kind of fruity. Maybe it's just paint, but it got kind of like a sweet scent to it. And then we got a few more paint markers. This also looks very pretty together. These are Amsterdam acrylic markers. And again, I really like these colors together, so pretty. Oh my, we got a whole sketchbook. We got a bit of a galaxy vibe to it. A mixed media sketchbook by Artspace. Yeah, this box really screams mixed media. We got fine liners and brush pens, color pencils, paint markers. So yeah, a mixed media sketchbooks really comes in handy. And this is the Upcrate from August 2021. So it is brand new. And here we have all the stickers and the featured art. I was actually wondering if they forgot to put it in here, but here they are. We got some stickers and also the featured artist or the co-captain. I actually really like this style. Using the color pencils for more realism and then adding the paint markers, kind of like flatter backgrounds and patterns and stuff. I really like that. So the co-captain is Yellow Beans from Boston, Massachusetts. And they apparently make a lot of art in this style. I really need to check this out. It is so inspiring. I definitely understand the box a little better. I felt a little confused with all the different art mediums, but seeing this, I definitely get a more clear picture of what kind of art you can make using all of this. Yeah, this will definitely be fun to experiment with. And Yellow Beans have a video where they create the featured art if you would like to check that out. I think they're supposed to be like a theme for the box, like a challenge to draw. So, but I can't really see it anywhere. Oh, here it is. This month's battle topic is sketched dreams. So yeah, that can kind of be anything. So, but yeah, let's swatch the art supplies. Let's start with a brain seal pens, and I know that's not how you pronounce it. I just think it sounds funny. I really like these colors together, they look so pretty. I can already tell that this paper isn't that fond of these pens. I get a feeling that they can very easily eat and tear the paper, but that's alright, I can just use them more lightly. Let's try the pencils. Oh, they are so soft and pigmented. You don't have to push hard at all to get them this pigmented. They definitely feel very nice and soft to work with. And let's see if I can make some sort of gradient maybe. They look amazing. Let's try this big boy. Oh, oh no. Oh no, it's overflowing. Still, it got a very sweet scent to it. I don't know if it is the color that is affecting me. The paint markers looks great as well. I actually really like the color combination. It kind of feels like it is all over the place, but still not. They are all very earthy and pastel-y. Well, maybe not the orange one. It is the more obnoxious one of all of these supplies. And the paper in the sketchbook is holding up the paint markers pretty well. Yeah, I'm really excited to get started, so let's do that. Alright, yeah, let's just dive straight into it. And I recalled I had these little paper clip thingies from a previous Upcrate unboxing, and they worked so well to keep the pages flat, because that is something that I hate when drawing in sketchbooks, the pages flopping around, and it also matches the color scheme perfectly. I'm usually not very thrilled of drawing in the sketchbooks provided in these various art boxes, but this time I actually felt really excited seeing the different artwork from the featured artist where they drawn over whole sketchbook spreads inspired me to try it out myself. I wanted this piece to have like a psychedelic feeling to it, a little dreamy, like the theme of the box. And I had this idea that there would be like a rainbow going across the cat, and where the rainbow layered on top of the cat, I would use the paint markers for a more solid look. And then behind the cat, where the rainbow is continuing, I would use the more transparent brush markers. Unfortunately, it didn't quite turn out as visually pleasing as I had imagined it. I think the paint markers were a little too light and the brush markers a little too dark, but it was a good idea though. My problem with sketchbooks really is that I don't want to ruin it, which is silly because sketchbooks are made for sketching and doodling and practicing, so I really try to just go with the flow and not think too much. I went with things that are my comfort things to draw, like cats, mushrooms, plants, just so I could get started and not think too much about what I wanted to draw. But yeah, I was playing around with art supplies, layering the different mediums for different effects, testing different styles. I really like this brownish, purpley burgundy color with the pastel tones, very retro. Since I wasn't that pleased with how the paint marker part of the rainbow turned out, I decided to go over this part again with the burgundy color, and I really love how this turned out. The paint marker color shows through the brush pen and it make it look like the color of the cat is showing through the rainbow, like colored glass almost. The brush pen layered so nicely on top of the acrylic marker, it looks so smooth. I had to let it dry for a little while though. I accidentally put my hand on top of it and it looked like I had this giant bruise on my hand and my wrist for the rest of the day. It really is the perfect bruise color. I filled a whole sketchbook spread in almost no time with colors and all, and I didn't expect to have this much fun with art supplies. It was a surprisingly enjoyable combo. I was having so much fun, so I couldn't stop here. Let's make another one. Foxes is also one of my go-to things to draw, so let's draw one or two. This one is definitely a lot more messy and not as planned out as the previous one. Here I really started to let go and played around with art supplies, experimented and did a lot of layering. It is a mess, but I had so much fun. I've been feeling a little overworked the past few months. I've been drawing a lot, I mean a lot, but it's mainly been for work, so a lot of finished and refined pieces. And technically this is also work, making videos, but having these art supplies and the sketchbook and being inspired by this sketchy style, it was so freeing. I didn't think that this has to be neat, that I needed to be careful and make it perfect so I could turn it into a sticker or an art print or whatever. I just played around with the materials, the styles and the texture. It was like I was letting out a lot of stress and tension that's been building up inside of me. So as I mentioned, I've always felt a little anxious around sketchbooks, that if I mess one page up, I will ruin the whole thing. Unfortunately, I am a perfectionist in that way. I also never know what I want to sketch. I'm not really a sketcher, if you could call it that. I find it a little boring, to be honest. If I draw anything, it is often something that I can turn into something like a finished illustration or some sort of creation. And I know, of course, you can do more finished pieces too. I've seen artists make the most amazing paintings in sketchbooks, but for me personally, in that case, I prefer making my paintings or drawings on separate paper sheets. But maybe I have just approached the whole thing the wrong way. I haven't just found the right sketchbook style for me, if that's even a thing, I don't know. But this really inspired me. I could have a sketchbook just to let out some steam and stress and tension. And I think having a limited amount of art supplies and colors to work with, like we have here, can also be very helpful. It can decrease the pressure of making it perfect, which seems to be my biggest problem. You just have to make the best of what you've got, and I think that part was very helpful for me in this case. Also, having a bunch of different art medium makes it much more fun, I think, since you can mix them and get more variety in the sketches that you make. So I guess you could say that this box really arrived right on time. It was much needed for me and inspiring. So yeah, this piece is a mess, just like my mind at this moment, but I like it, it is colorful, and I had so much fun. The only problem that I had there is to know when to stop. I realized it is very easy to overwork a piece like this, which maybe I did, but I still like it. Alright, just one more sketch. I am so amazed that I managed to fill 3 whole sketchbook spreads with almost no effort at all. That is very unusual for me, but I think having the limited art supplies was very helpful, as I mentioned before. And yeah, it is still a lot of art supplies if you think of it, but they are very limited in color. And again, not having the pressure to make a clean rendered art piece helps a lot. But yeah, we're heading to pumpkin season, so I thought it was fitting to draw a few of those and a little mysterious friend. And after the 2 other pieces, I felt much more comfortable with the art supplies, and I knew more about how to layer them for different effects. To me, this is such an odd range of art supplies. It is definitely nothing that I would have chosen myself, but they all worked surprisingly well together. They all add different looks and elements and textures, and when combining them, they add even more different textures. I really like the effect when layering the darker brush pen on top of the paint marker. It gives a very nice texture and tone and almost like a painted feeling. But yeah, I'm very happy with how these sketchbook spreads turned out. If I haven't said that enough times now, I really enjoyed the whole process, and I feel like I might have found a new way to enjoy sketchbooks. And I know I say this many times in my videos that this is something that I will definitely try out again, but I do actually think that I will try this out again. And speaking of sketchbooks, this one was perfect for this mixed media style. The pages edges was very sturdy and they didn't tear or bleed through or anything. Even if I layered a lot of wet medium on top of it, I can really recommend it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, maybe you sketched along with me, and in that case please let me know what you drew. Thank you so much Upcrate for this box, please check out the link below if you'd like to try it out yourself, and thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. But yeah, keep drawing my happy cats, bye!